We're going to look at PREVENT a little bit more now with Assia Hussain, the PREVENT lead at Bradford College. Hello, Assia.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Just to remind us, really, the PREVENT strategy, what does it actually mean and who's involved in delivering it?
Okay, so PREVENT is part of Contest, and Contest is the UK government's counter-terrorism strategy. It has 4 strands, and PREVENT is one of the strands.
Right.
PREVENT focuses on raising awareness through education and also multi-agency partnerships, working together to protect vulnerable individuals from going down the extremist route.
So, go on, sorry.
No, I'm just saying the people involved are mainly people from the council. You've got the police, you've got the counter-terrorism unit, you've got anybody that works within the public sector.
I see. So, this project in Kirklees, what do you make of that?
I think it sounds really positive because, for one, it gives a balanced view. So you've got speakers from both sides. And usually the problem with PREVENT is that people kind of think it focuses on one particular group in the community. This kind of takes the attention away from that. It sort of highlights that, look, there isn't a stereotypical profile of a terrorist. Terrorists come in all different shapes and sizes and from different backgrounds. And the fact is that the speakers at this event, they've actually been there, done that, got the T-shirt, and then they've kind of left the process, and it looks at, firstly, what inspired them to go down that route, and secondly, what was it that kind of made them come out of that process.
Yeah, but the people that they're sort of talking to, are they people who might be vulnerable, or are those people who might put their hand up and say, "Oh, I think so and so might be involved in something they shouldn't be"?
I think under the old PREVENT strategy, so pre-2010, there was this myth that PREVENT focused on one particular group in the community. I think under the new strategy, what they look at is everybody's vulnerable. I could be vulnerable myself, you could be vulnerable. Right. It just depends on what's happening in our life that'll increase that vulnerability. And people, that do online grooming, drugs, alcohol abuse, they all use the same methods to recruit vulnerable individuals.
All right.
So, like terrorists.
Is there any evidence to suggest that the strategy is working? Because I feel it's probably changed a few times. Like you say, the emphasis has changed, or the way that it's been delivered is changing. Is it working?
I think it is. You see, initially when the strategy came out, it was people in government that brought the strategy out, and it was a panicked reaction. Now it's been sort of taken over more by people in the education sector and people in the community. And so I think it's definitely working. If I give Bradford College as an example, it's working really well at the college. And that's because our approach is we use the government PREVENT training, but we've added the extra strand of equality and diversity around it. So we've looked at what kind of stereotypes are there in the media at the moment about what a terrorist looks like. And is this stereotype true? Are all terrorists from one particular background? We look at examples from the media and ask students to use their critical thinking skills to sort of look at the story and think, well, how true is this? If it sounds too good to be true or too bad to be true, chances are that it probably is. So what other source of information would they use so that the decision that they make in the end is a more well-informed decision?
Right. So, so the people who come to these workshops, are they electing themselves to come, if that makes sense? Or are they told, oh, you might need to come to this?
Well, at the college, it's mandatory training for all staff, all frontline staff. But because our training has worked so well, because we've taken on this approach that, there isn't one stereotypical profile of a terrorist, just like I said before, good people and bad people come from all different backgrounds. And because the training's worked well, we often get people, from the community they'll say, oh, I've heard about your PREVENT training, I'd like to attend that training.
Oh, right. Oh, well, that's good.
Somebody will say, oh, there's so-and-so that kind of thinks PREVENT isn't positive, it just targets one particular group in the community. And so we invite them to come to our training. And what I advise is, sit through the training, have your questions saved till the end. And usually by the time we've got to the end, they'll say, well, no, actually, it totally makes sense, and this isn't what I thought PREVENT was about.
No, that does sound like Assia, yours does sound quite positive in that regard then, doesn't it? Because I do feel that the PREVENT strategy overall has been, looked on quite negatively at times, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think it's because, for me, being a Muslim myself and having 2 young children, I was quite curious about PREVENT myself. So I'm really passionate about the PREVENT strategy because I understand what it's about. I also understand that maybe the way it's being delivered isn't effective because the people that deliver the training maybe don't have a real understanding of sort of the people that they deliver to. My background's in teaching. So, for example, when I deliver the training, as well as challenging stereotypes and promoting critical thinking, we look at activities that are really engaging, that involve group work. We use lots of sort of nice visuals up on the interactive board, and that's what gets people involved, because some of the images that I use will promote the discussion.
Well, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. This is
welcome.
Assia Hussain, the PREVENT lead at Bradford College. Thank you very much. Nice to talk to you, Assia.